Alrighty, what's going on, everybody? Good morning. Your boy DKEN is here, and welcome to my incredible podcast. I hope every single one of you are having a wonderful and blessed day. I hope all of you are still doing well during these gruesome times and that you and your families are surviving. Ladies and gentlemen, let's talk man to man. Do any of you remember what life used to be like long before the global epidemic? Do any of you remember the time when we could just go outside and breathe some natural fresh air without needing any mask? Do any of you remember the time when everybody could just go out to nightclubs, bars, or even vacations with your buddies and celebrate the night away? Travel to another country with your pals, take the time to go someplace new? Ladies and gentlemen, do any of you remember any of those good moments? Because I do not know about any of you, but for those of you that are struggling hard to get through this epidemic, making ends meet, supporting your families, for those of you that are struggling to accept the reality of your current situation, struggling to accept the world that we are all living in, you will forever have my sympathies, and you're not the only one going through tough times. Just like many of you, even I'm struggling to survive on my own. I believe that I've said this in one of my previous videos. I am the only one in my family who is living alone in the West Coast. And just like many of you, there are times when even I struggle hard. So I know that feeling all too well. And in terms of watching after your family, just like a lot of you that worry so much about your families, I also have my family in front of my mind, always, because they are indeed living in a city where crime has skyrocketed to the point where anybody could get attacked at any moment. So there are times when I worry maybe a little too much. The main point that I'm trying to get across is we are all going through something. We are all going through this, and I'm willing to say that most of us do not have it easy at all. And most of us are suffering. We are living in a country where at least 500,000 Americans have suffered and died in such a manner that no human being can endure due to COVID. 30 to 40 million Americans are facing eviction. However, thanks to the CDC, the federal eviction moratorium has been extended until June 30th because they took the time to step back and realize that if this country's homeless rates go up, it can most certainly cause a chain reaction full of factors and all sorts of problems. And one of them will most certainly be crime. In addition to this, keep this in mind, everybody. Even up to this day, evictions are still being processed and are still being carried out through the courts, and the judges are refusing to comply with the moratorium. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't that considered a crime for a judge to ignore a federal ruling? Isn't that considered an outrageous abuse of the judge's power? In conclusion, I know that a lot of you hate and loathe the world that we are living in right now. However, there will be times when you will have to play with the cards that you are dealt with. And sometimes the cards that you're given may not be pleasant, but give it time, because down the road you will earn better options as long as you keep pushing and you do not quit. Depression rates have skyrocketed, Suicide rockets are soaring. Unemployment rates are still way too high to fathom. Divorce rates are skyrocketing as well. And I do not believe that I need to mention any of these bloody red flags because of the simple fact that you may know this already. So remember, folks, whatever you do, do not quit. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your time and have a wonderful and blessed day. Peace out.